Coming up in tonight's bulletin, WHO hails Honiara's diabetes management care model as NRIH predicts major impact. Solomon Islands to boost local chili production for salt tuna under PACER Plus. And Marovo Lagoon to host Western Province Day for the first time. Hello, you're watching SIBC's TV News Bulletin. I'm Sharon Nanao. WHO has commended the Matanico Health Care Center for its innovative and resilient diabetes care model, praising frontline staff for delivering quality services despite limited space and resources. Andrea Mahanua reports.
World Health Organization, WHO, Regional Director for the Western Pacific region, Dr. Saya Ma'u Piokala, has praised the Matanico Health Care Center for its innovative and resilient approach to diabetes management. Dr. Piokala visited the health facility this morning. Despite operating with limited space and resources, healthcare workers at the center were commended for delivering high-quality diabetes and foot care services while maintaining accurate patient data. Health workers in the country, supported by the WHO, have undergone training on NCD diabetic management, and the model used is currently being rolled out across clinics in Honiara.
Despite the limited space, the limited resources, but they deliver a very good initiative on diabetic management and food care. And what impressed me most is their ability to keep the data. Despite no computers to keep their data, but they keep data for informed decision. And the food care, I am very impressed that the management of diabetes, the food care, will definitely reduce the numbers of food sepsis as well as amputation. People don't realize that once you lose a limb, it affects your quality of life, it affects your productivity, and
National Referral Hospital Head of Surgical Department, Dr. Rooney Jagili, said the early phase rollout of the model shows strong potential. He noted that once fully implemented, the approach could significantly reduce the number of NCD patients requiring amputations at the National Referral Hospital.
So time this fella model of training him come for coaching as many health workers throughout the country for you may roll him out so that you can control him diabetes and NCD early, then you can reduce him now number of patients or people with diabetic foot complications. So for managing and look after patients with diabetic foot, it's so expensive as we mentioned. Patients are admitted on an average of 35 to 40 days staying in the hospital. But me believe that I think if this for a model rolled out throughout the country, that diabetes and NCDs and properly managed, people with diabetic foot complications or that are early managed, I think the number of patients will come through for amputation and should reduce. So we really look forward that this for a model of where you may do him, you may try to roll him out here, it becomes standard throughout the country, and I think that's the only way where you can reduce major diabetic foot complications and infection.
Central Honiara Zone Supervisor Barbara Giro said the implementation began with a strong focus on quality assurance. She added that the nurses at the Matanico Health Clinic remain committed to reducing NCD-related complications in the country.
The start of the implementation is more on quality improvement. Without quality improvement, Bamifal still say that there is no space within our clinic. But through the quality improvement, Mifal looking that Mifal garam space, Mifal sabe creating something and innovative where him come up with all the ideas, flow of nurses, Mifal come up for building this clinic where even though Mifal garam limited space, but we able to do everything that Mifal go learning law coaching. No anything him miss out now. Mifala actually practicing and Now it's become something that Nesis oketa take ownership and not proud of it, that they will continue to implement and continue to do better management.
Dr. Saya and his delegation left the country today. Andrea Ma'ahanwa for SIBC TV.
Now, Solomon Islands, under the Pacific Agreement on Closure Economic Relations, PACER Plus, will work with farmers across the country to produce chilies for sole tuna. Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and External Trade, Colin Beck, highlighted this when he appeared before the Public Accounts Committee this week. He said the initiative aims to reduce the bulk importation of chilies from overseas.
Under this PACER Plus, just to touch on some of the economic activity we're basically doing is we're working with chili farmers, and one of the issues with salt tuna is that there is a lack of chili, and I think they've been importing chili from Nepal, from abroad.
He added that they are partnering with the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock to support farmers in the Western Province as they are closer to the tuna factory to grow chilies.
Under the PACER Plus arrangement, we're trying to work with MAL. We have worked with also an agriculture expert in terms of trying to ensure those from the province, especially Western Province, which is closer to the tuna factory, to really grow chili. We have also, under the program, we have supported Sol Agro, basically to ensure that Sol Agro becomes marketable in terms of looking out in terms of finding, making it more competitive.
Now, preparations are underway in the Marovo Lagoon as Western Province gears up to host its 44th Second Appointed Day celebrations in Sege, a milestone event highlighting the province's history and achievements. Linton Kere visited Western Province and filed this story.
The people of Marovo Lagoon in the Western Province will, for the first time, the main host of the Western Province 44th Second Appointed Day this December in Sege. This comes 44 years after the establishment of the Western Provincial Government in 1981. Celebrated annually around December 7th, the event is now officially known as Western Province Day. Preparations for the 3-day event are already underway to ensure everything is ready for this important milestone.
Yeah, actually, current committee where meet and deciding that by running Western Day for 3 days. Because number 7 I'm Sunday, then I'm not possible for happen here. So we decide for by number 8, which is Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, number 8, number 9, and number 10. 3 days event celebration. We have a guest from province, for sure, the executive law province, had come, premier, especially PS, and from Honiara, Prime Minister Bam. Bam come. Most village lo here, but look forward for this whole event here. Because we will invite him community surrounding here for like activities where by happen there, custom dance, island dance, games activity will happen there by a volleyball, like canoe race, and kind of same by village.
Lawrence Patavangara, a youth from Patutiva village, whose youth group is also involved in the preparations, shared his excitement ahead of the celebration.
If I come cleaning pleasure for what people come, then if I celebrating this day, number 7. And I'm happy too much because it's first time for me follow Marawana hosting this one. Hosting Los Sege, and the first time for Sege and the host too, yeah. So I'm very happy too much for doing this preparation for Western Day. We follow like looking at this cultural and traditional dance or same. Because sometimes people nothing dream no lo village or same lo home. So we follow like looking at any kind of event where by making me follow go further more for excitement me follow.
SIBC TV understands the celebration will include entertainments and sports activities as part of commemorating this important event, while also providing a moment to reflect on the path paved by past leaders in shaping Western Province into what it is today. Linton Kereone, SIBC TV.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock yesterday harvested its first rice trial at Foxwood Dodo Creek area. The ministry's rice trial was supported by the People's Republic of China Embassy in partnership with Jiangsu Academy of Agriculture of Science. Speaking to SIBC TV, Permanent Secretary Dr. Samson Viulu says the rice harvested comprised of rice varieties from China.
This fala trial where mi fala doing harvest lahem yesterday, three fala plots, okata 50 by 20 each size below each plot, 50 meter by 20 meter. And yesterday mi fala managed for harvesting now one of those 50 by 20 meter plots. This fala plot mi fala harvesting yesterday, mi comprised one of the improved rice varieties here from China. This particular rice here, one fala high quality rice from China, where Jiangsu Academy of Agricultural Sciences, Jiangsu Province now, developing this fala new rice variety, mi indica species. Now this fala rice. Now why mi fala emphasize or embark or mi fala starting? Why mi fala starting na this fala rice trial is because every year you may import him huge amount of rice, him valued at around 600 million Solomon dollars per annum. Him now the value of rice import per year, which him some an increasing trend over the years. Yeah? So ministry him think that in terms of food security and import substitution, you may really need for grown rice law country, so that you may reduce him now amount of imported rice. But at the same time, you may need for look low nutritional value below rice, as well as profitability below this particular rice. So at this stage, you may still research trials yet. You may try for plant him now or the different varieties of rice, for you may find him out which one best variety, where he is suitable for local conditions, blamey, and the local farming techniques, blamey.
Dr. Viulu added one of the reasons for the rice trial is to look at how much it will cost to commercially farm rice in the country.
Another aspect why we do rice research or rice trials this time is for look now amount where by me spending per hectare if you make grown rice, and also look the types of farm machineries where you may by using, because before he may been planting rice, but he may labor intensive, he may heavily involving a lot of labor, so cost him high too much. So this time he may like go into mechanized farming, and he may talk about economies of scale. He may not talk about small plots. Yesterday he may harvest him small plot, but from next year plan below ministry na for go into commercial rice farming na. Of course, by me still continue with them research component below rice farming law country, but at the same time by me starting to 10 hectares of commercial rice farming, fully mechanized rice farming law Gora Canal, and another 21 hectares law Malaita. Law Malaita by him involving na land below ministry, land below province, and land below one particular customary land owned by one particular family lo Guaigeo. Family continue for grown rice until I think 2 years ago. Stopped because machines break down. So they do have the existing plots of field of rice there, and garden experience for grown rice. So him now stage email him this time. Him still trial it, and rice seeds where we harvest him yesterday. By me keep him now for continue with them research trials blamey, as well as for using planting establishment commercial rice farms Gora Canal and Malaita.
Now commemorating World Toilet Day in Honiara, health officials and partners emphasize the critical role of sanitation in public health, urging communities to prioritize safe and equitable toilet facilities. Simon Tavake reports.
The Ministry of Health and Medical Services joined the world in commemorating World Toilet Day in Honiara today. This year's event was celebrated under the theme "Sanitation in a Changing World Will Always Need a Toilet." In her remarks, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Health and Medical Services, Mrs. Pauline McNeil, highlighted the significance of the day, stressing the need to raise awareness on global sanitation as a fundamental human right.
This year's campaign is themed "Sanitation in a Changing World." But coming to our local level, the global is out there. But the sanitation in our country and in our community, with a tagline that we'll always need the toilet. We'll always need the toilet. But not many of us have that access. When we talk about universal health coverage for all, universal coverage it's for all and not for a few. So we must ensure that we always need some form of toilet, but a modern toilet that's easy to access, that is closer to where you live and where you sleep and where you dwell.
Meanwhile, UNICEF Pacific's Chief of the Solomon Islands Field Office, Benjamin Grubb, also highlighted the theme and emphasized the importance of ensuring access to quality sanitation for all.
Theme of today, I'm really highlighting that one too. We need to come together for ensure, you mean not just building toilet, but you mean building toilet where climate resilient. It must survive more impact or water come up, so water come up. And you mean must reaffirm sanitation, access to water, access to hand washing, access to toilet. And not just one something, and one human right. And run right for every Piccaninny local.
Simon Tavake, SIBC TV.
And that's news. Follow us on sibconline.com.sb and our SIBC News Facebook page for more of our latest stories. Thanks for watching.